My name is Jonathan Settel. I was born 1947 in Berlin, Germany. My father was United States Air Force, and it's been an interesting journey throughout my career, the music career, and the things that I've experienced. So 1947, I was born in Germany, as I said, and spent about 4 to 5 years there. And after Germany, after the World War II, after the United States occupied Germany, we moved back to Brooklyn, New York, where I was raised, up until my 13th year, when I became a bar mitzvah. My most favorite thing to be is Jewish. To be able to still say in this day and age, hey, I'm Jewish and I'm proud of it, and it's okay if you're not. I love you anyway, and you know, but there's a special recipe to life for me, and that is, of course, being born and dying as a Jew. My father was born in 1911 in Brooklyn, New York, and my mother in 1908 in New Haven, Connecticut. The two of them got together, but before they got together, my dad, who graduated from Columbia School of Journalism, his first job after he graduated from college was for a newspaper called the Palestine Post, which today is called the Jerusalem Post. And my father was one of the editors and a wonderful writer. One of the main things that he did being in Germany and being a writer was to see the Nuremberg trials. There were 7 Nazi men who were hanged, and we have pictures of them. Actually, if you travel through Yad Vashem in Israel, you might ask them, I'd like to see Arthur Settel's photographs that he took of these 7 men who were way beyond men. They were devils. But I remember a lot of people in the United States in those days were denying the Holocaust. It has a huge impact on me, even though I was born after the fact. In 1990, I was working at Walt Disney World. Actually, it was 83 to 90. I was a vocalist with a group there called the Voices of Liberty at the Epcot Center. And I met the Lord then. And I had an experience with the Lord. Everybody in my group, the singing group, they were all believers. In 1983, we were in Orlando singing, and my wife and little girls were asleep. And I remember I woke up in the middle of the night and went out to the porch, the veranda there. It was cold in Orlando during the winter months. And I had this experience standing out on the porch. And I saw this beautiful dark man. He looked so amazingly Israeli, so beautifully Jewish, and he was crying. And in his tears, inside those tears, was my face. Now you say, well, maybe that was just a reflection. But in fact, it was much more personal than a mere reflection. It was me inside those tears, beckoning to me to come inside those tears with him. So I said yes to him at that very night. Woke up my wife, told her what happened. She had been praying for me for a long time. And I became a believer. Here's this Israeli Messiah calling me. I mean, what did he do with, what would he want to do with me except that I would sing to him? And so whenever I do sing, it's always to Yeshua first. I made a lot of friends. They're wonderful people. They didn't understand who I was and what it was to be Jewish, but you know, they would take me out to lunch, and they would, you know, buy me a ham sandwich and see if I'd eat it, you know, that kind of thing. They would be testing me. And I'm thinking to myself, well, would you be testing Yeshua for that? Would you give him a ham sandwich? Probably not. And not everybody understands what Jewish people, who they are. You know, they have this one thing in mind, and that's what the Jewish person is to them. They forget that Jesus was Jewish, that he was a Torah observant Jew, that he was that the Torah kept him not only did he keep the Torah, but the Torah kept him. And this is how it is with most of us. The Messiah in us keeps us. And a lot of us, Jewish people, are so caught up in the culture that we forget about the spirit. It's that spirit that separates us from most people. At least my drink of water was very unique and made a huge impression on me. The Jewish people have some beautiful melodies, beautiful songs, and many of them are prayers. How do we communicate in prayer? By singing the prayers. Music is almost a signature. I mean, when I hear music, especially music that I can relate to, I actually feel God's handwriting right there on my heart. If you think about the word Israel, it's the only country in the world with God's name upon it. El is one of his names, Israel. And so it's very profound. It's a profound, with great gratefulness that I'm sitting before you and being able to sing. Let me do this song from Numbers, and forgive me if my Hebrew isn't as good as it should have been. Yivarechecha Adonai v'yishmerecha Ya'er Adonai panav elecha v'yehuneka Yisa Adonai panav elecha v'yasem lecha shalom. The Lord bless and keep you. The Lord lift up his face upon you and be gracious to you. The Lord lift up his countenance, and give you his peace.